Hey everyone, this is part 2 of Wednesday, July 11th, 2012 blog update. From the Creation Museum, thank you so much, Mark, by the way, for just arranging for us to go there. We got to see the other co-founder, Ken Ham. We got to see him speak at a lecture, and it was so cool. It was he was a great speaker. Gave us a couple books to take home. Well, actually, he gave us a couple books as guests, and they're gonna mail them to us, so we don't have to worry about carrying them on the road. So that was so cool. And we got a ride from the museum security over into Indiana, just right on the other side of the interstate. We couldn't cross there. It turns out there might have been a ferry that we could have gone on. We didn't know about it, but yeah, got dropped off on the other side of the interstate, started walking, didn't have anywhere to sleep that night. We happened upon a local church, and Father Peter at the church, Catholic church in Lawrenceville, Indiana, helped us out and took us in for the night, let us crash there. We left in the morning, went from there, let's see, to Dillsboro. We walked a bunch of miles that day to Dillsboro. No, not a bunch of miles. It's the next day. But Dillsboro, we went there because it was Wednesday and or Sunday, and we're like, let's find an evening service. We went. Oh wait, back up a little bit. On our way through Aurora that morning, we met Teresa and Jack Johnson. Not the singer, but we did meet Jack Johnson on the side of the road. It's kind of cool. Went to a couple different churches that morning, and Jack was just awesome, awesome guy to hang out with, on fire for the Lord, like really. But it was so cool to meet both them, and we got to go to their respective churches, meet a whole bunch of people. Just it was great. At the one church, they had me go up and talk about our mission and what we're doing and everything, and so that was really cool. Got the word out there, but mainly we just got to get fed with the gospel that morning. The youth pastor, since the regular pastor was away at the one church, it was his first time speaking, so we got to hear that, and it was great. So later that day, after hanging out with people for a long time. By the way, Dawn Whiteside, who stopped us, this was a few videos back, or maybe one video back, she gave us a gift card for Bob Evans, and it turns out that when we woke up that morning, there was a Bob Evans just a few miles away, and so we met Jack there. Well, we met him on the side of the road, and he was like, he went back to his place, and he was like, man, I gotta go back and talk to these guys. So he found us at Bob Evans, and we ended up hanging out with him. So that gift card, given to us, she felt led to give it to us, and it was really ordained. A lot of things came out of it. Let's just leave it at that. I can't really explain it too much. It's just, it's unexplainable. So went to Dillsboro, went to church evening service that night, and one of the women from the church took us into her home that night. That was Beverly. Thank you so much, Beverly. It was great to hang out with you and Michael, and it was just a very blessed time to hang out with you. It was just so peaceful, so relaxing. And from there, we left in the morning to from Dillsboro to a little town called, let me see if Butlerville. We stopped there. It was a 27-mile day, our longest yet, and we stopped at a little pub just to get something to eat because it was the only place in town, and everyone there just asked us what we were doing, and we told them, and it was great, great opportunity for real to speak to people about the Lord and what we were doing. And Stuart was actually was like, let me put you up in my house for the night. I got a couch that you can sleep on, whatever. And he has a really awesome testimony. His house flooded not once, not twice, but 3 times. And he wasn't going to church yet. Not going to say too much about his background. I don't know what he wants me to share, but let's just say wasn't going to church at the time. Local church comes and says, we'd like to help you out. We know that your house flooded, and they tore out everything and replaced everything. Just built the the whole downstairs. I mean, downstairs was in bad shape from what he was explaining to me, but helped him out, and didn't ask once, come to our church, and then he just felt led to go one day, and he's been going ever since. We actually had a morning devotional with them the next morning, and cooked breakfast for them, and it was just so cool, so cool. But yeah, from there we went, let me see, we left there, last night we were in Seymour, Indiana. Really cool. We stopped at a Waffle House to eat at night. It was late at night, and we were walking across the street. Big town, not anywhere to sleep, and nowhere to camp out. I mean, and so we were trying to find a really cheap motel. There was like one for $40. We walked across the street to find it. There was these disabled veterans. Their slogan is "From Sea to Shining Sea." They're I don't remember how many of them, but there's a lot of them. They started on Memorial Day in California. They're going coast to coast. It was an awesome time getting to spend time with those guys. They invited us to stay in their room for the night. So God provides. You never know what's gonna happen, but God always just gives you something. Just gives you a place to stay. He knows that you need a place to stay. He knows that we do, and every night it's just been provision after provision after provision. And so trying to make this video short as well, but yeah, met Mike, John, and Glenn, and I spent like 2 hours talking to Mike, one of them, and it was just edifying, and like just helped me confirm a lot of things that I was thinking about in my own mind. And he was just a very spiritual guy, and it was so great. Got to pray with the whole group. They had me and Carrie pray this morning, and as they were leaving, they always have a prayer and devotional in the morning, and it's just so cool. And yeah, we left through there. We were walking through the town of Seymour, and met a whole bunch of people. We've been meeting so many people on the side of the road. If you are one of those people and I'm not mentioning you, it's just because the video is so long already. But thank you so much to everyone who's stopped on the side of the road, gave us water, gave us food, gave us everything, money, and it's just prayers, and thank you. So one lady in particularly, Erin, she stopped. She was so moved by what we were doing, and she stopped to talk to us, and you know how the story goes. We told her what we were doing, asked her if she was a believer, and kept going through the thing, and she was just very moved, prayed with us, and said, call if you need anything. Well, about 5 miles later, we were on the outside of town, and our tire was flat. Carrie's buggy, little push cart tire was flat. We called up Erin, asked if she knew anyone with a pump. She actually picked us up, took us to a bike shop to get it repaired. The guy fixed it for free, which was awesome. Thanks, Matt. And so this video is going really long, but we went to a restaurant with her husband, her husband's work partner, and her friend Robin. And so okay, their two names were Kevin and John, and John lives the way that we're walking to today, so we're staying with John and Becky tonight. They came and picked us up where we left off tonight, gonna drop us back off tomorrow, and it's just awesome the way that things are just working out. God is just a lot of people could attribute it to trail magic, just the things that happen along the way, but there's no way that this isn't of God. It's just the things that are happening. It's just things are lined up for us way ahead of time, and it's just awesome. So we're really getting to minister to people, and this mission, Christ's mission that He's having fulfilled through us, is just really is being fulfilled. So from here, we're getting dropped back off tomorrow. Going to from Brownstown to Bedford, and we're trying to reach St. Louis by the 21st of July. It's not gonna happen. Carrie has a test that she has to take for school. We had to schedule in advance. It's probably not gonna happen. For those of you who didn't know ahead of time, like before this, my mission, well, I was trying to get to Wichita, Kansas by the end of summer. It's probably not going to happen, but if we keep up the pace, which it's not about keeping up the pace, it's about what happens along the way. But we may make it to the border of Kansas and Missouri. I don't know, but we'll definitely make it to Missouri. So stay tuned, guys. Sorry I haven't been able to update. It's just been, you know, day after day after day. It's just great things happening, and so it's really hard to keep up with the blog. But I'm going to. Grace and peace, everyone. I love you. God bless.